Hello and happy Friday. This is Bill Steffen. Boy, the wind was howling last night, wasn't it? And it wasn't just here, it was pretty much throughout the entire state. Let's take a look at some wind gusts here for you. Howling 61 miles an hour. That was at the airport. There were a couple of trees down in the Holland area. And in fact, at one point in time, we had over 20,000 customers without power in the state of Michigan due to the strong winds. Muskegon Beach, 55 miles an hour. Grand Haven made 52. So when Blake Harms estimated the wind at 50 miles an hour coming in there when he was doing live reports there, that was certainly true. We had a 52-mile-an-hour gust in Big Rapids, 48 miles an hour at the Muskegon Airport. We topped out at 46 in Grand Rapids and 44 at Ionia. Off to the north, boy, it was even windier, a 67-mile-an-hour gust at the Grand Traverse Lighthouse. We had wind gusts over 60 miles an hour at the beach at Grand Marais, that's in the UP, at Northport, 61 at the Ludington Beach at Houghton, where they had a verified blizzard for 5 hours, visibility below a quarter of a mile, winds gusting over 35 miles an hour. That was quite a storm, and there were a number of cars that slid off into the ditch, accidents up there as well. Of course, they've got their big festival going on up there, their winter festival at Michigan Tech University right now. 61-mile-an-hour gust at Manistee and Frankfort, and also at Houghton Lake, and a 60-mile-an-hour gust at Cherry County Airport in Traverse City. Here's the blizzard. By the way, that's a that's a picture of the Mackinac Bridge taken from one of their cameras there. That is looking south, and you can see centered just a little bit to the right. There's a few faint headlights of vehicles that you can see there. But when the visibility is down around an eighth of a mile like that, you really can't see much. But you can read along with me here. Blizzard conditions were the case for greater than 5 consecutive hours, beginning at 11:30 in the morning. Several accidents in cars in the ditch on US 41. That's the main drag going up through the Keweenaw Peninsula. That was between Hancock and Calumet. Peak wind there at 61 miles an hour. They didn't get a whole lot of snowfall, but there sure was a lot of it going sideways up there. Here's how it looked at the beach late afternoon in South Haven. You can see there's some pretty big whitecaps even beyond the lighthouse there, and the waves are really crashing up on shore. You can sometimes get a little bit of a seiche in a situation like this where you get the water kind of piling up on our side of the shore, and the water level actually increases by a few inches, and then it subsides, of course, when the wind dies down. We got a dry day coming up today. It won't be as windy. That's good. There'll be some snow Saturday. The heaviest of it is going to go north of Kent County, and especially from about US 10 up toward Traverse City. Same area that got the most snow from the last system should repeat that this time out. Continued cool pattern, high temperatures over the next week should be mainly in the 20s. So nothing drastically cold, but certainly cool. Here's the latest 72-hour snowfall total. This includes Saturday now, and you can see the snow area coming from Minnesota into Wisconsin. Diminishes just a little bit as it comes into Michigan, and as you can see the snowfall totals, if you look at the key over there on the right side, we're looking at virtually nothing across northern Illinois, northern Indiana. A couple of inches perhaps around Grand Rapids. You go north, you're into the 3 to 5 inch category. And that area between Marquette and Sault Ste. Marie getting slammed again up there. They're expecting another 6 to 10 inches of snow. And the heaviest snow hitting through much of New York comes pretty close to New York City. Could they get some significant snow there? And Boston certainly will, as the storm slides off to the east. Today, a few breaks in the clouds, 28 degrees. Winds will be down to 10 to 15 miles an hour. And that's certainly some good news. Here's a look at the 5 days ahead here for us. Some snow on Saturday, again, especially if you're north of Grand Rapids. Temperatures here mid-upper 20s over the next 5 days. Sunniest day will likely be on Monday. And like I said, the good news is the next couple of days, the winds will certainly not be as strong here in West Michigan. A couple of final notes for you. First of all, the long-range outlook hasn't changed much. The map pretty similar to yesterday. This is February 14 to 20. Below average temperatures expected here in Michigan. And like I've been saying, if you want to escape and head down to central to southern Florida, you find temperatures in the low 80s there, and it should be very pleasant if you're looking for someplace warm. A couple of interesting extra notes. A series of earthquakes in the Santorini Island area of Greece. Largest one was 5.3, which is a moderate quake. And because they've had a series of earthquakes, and they're worried about additional earthquakes and even a possible volcanic activity, 75% of the island there has been evacuated. And the last note today is Periodic Table of the Elements Day. I remember that from chemistry class in high school here. The periodic table organizes the chemical elements that we've discovered so far. And again, the number of protons assigned as a number to the chemical element. For example, oxygen is number 8. There are 8 protons in an atom of oxygen. There are 118 known elements. We've been able to manipulate a couple of extra elements there, more than a couple, 94 of which exist naturally here on Earth. And a little joke over to the side, should we celebrate the periodic table of the Elements Day? Nah, that is the symbol for salt. My father-in-law was a head chemical engineer, and so he was very up on all of this. Once again, thanks so much for checking in with us. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Should be a great weekend for winter sports. My YouTube channel is Bill Steffen 616, and again, Bill Steffen.